You want a great golf swing. Actually, women, because they're maybe smoother, more athletic, more supple, generally have better golf swings than guys. So we can learn from women, and we're going to build a great golf swing from the ground up. If you watch these next couple of videos, you are going to have a great golf swing. And now I'm going to do the scariest thing I've ever done. I'm so nervous. I'm bringing in my darling wife, Peggy. I'm going to try to, I know, I'm going to try to teach my wife, who's sometimes, yeah, sometimes you can be intense.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, this fiery redhead.
Yep, that's true.
So are you ready to?
Well, are you ready is the question.
Well, we're not starting completely from ground zero. You have hit. What was the first thing that you told me when we started courting? About you knew that I was a golf professional.
So he asked me, "Are you a golfer?" And I said, "I've got golf clubs, but I have to clean up my garage to find them."
And that's,
I'm an occasional golfer, is what I am. But I want to be good enough that Bob's so generous and kind. We play together, and he always acts like he's having fun, but it's a lot more chasing balls than he ever does.
Well, let me tell you this.
I want to be better. It's what I want to be, is better, and I don't want to spend all my time at the range.
So you want a really great golf swing, but you don't want to work at it.
I want you to fix it.
Okay. You stick with us, and you're really going to learn.
Wow, what a beautiful morning. I'm just going to see if I can hit some balls here and kind of see what my game might be like. Okay, that went a little ways. Little granny ball, but I don't mind that. It goes, it's straight, and I like that. Let's see what else I can do. Dang it, I just hate this game.
It's seems to me you could use a little help.
Here I am, Mrs. Ironman. Where are you when I need some help? I mean, this is ridiculous.
First off, you have a pretty good grasp of the basics. What do you remember? Let's pick up a club, and you tell me what you're thinking about. Just go over it as you address the ball.
Well, what I remember that you've told me that I've pretty well incorporated, I guess I would say, is that I've got to get my distance. I'm a little far out. The club has to be down towards my body. Then I'm going to first set myself. Then I'm going to remember the things that seem to work for me. A little loose in the knees. The main thing is I need to keep my head straight, my shoulder back and down, and I need to swing within that barrel that you talk about, where it goes all the way up, all the way out. There you go.
Wow.
That's better. I'm fixed.
I'm a great teacher. I'm a great teacher. That was beautiful. And you did a good job.
Well, if I could come out here at about 11 o'clock, it would be a lot better. I am not, as you know, an early morning person.
Let's touch base on what has happened. You aren't exactly a novice. You did receive golf lessons.
Oh my goodness. I had so many lessons before we met, but it was always do this, do this, do that, and then I can't hit the ball.
Got too technical.
I would say that's true.
Yeah, I think that's what happens with a lot of golf professors who teach. They have a perfect swing in mind, and they're trying to teach you to get all the parts and segments. Do you remember what I talked about, the pine cone?
Well, yeah.
What's the pine cone swing?
Well, you just get up there and hit the pine cone.
Yeah, and nobody ever makes a bad swing at a pine cone.
No, you
They just go
surprised
like
me
this.
with that, and it was good.
Yeah, that's what we tried to get you to do. Step aside for a second, and I'm going to go over the progress that you made, which is enormous. for someone who really doesn't play much golf and certainly doesn't hit golf balls. Practice range doesn't see Peggy, semi-annual at best. She had gotten some lessons, and when lessons, the good thing they do is they teach you the proper grip. You know, the back of the left hand faces the target, the palm of the right hand faces the target. That's what you've got to have with basics, that good grip. The back of the left hand is at the target, the palm of the right hand, and then the thumb just rests right in there, and there's your grip. And then the address position. But when Peggy, when I first went out of the range with her, she did like most people. All her weight went to the right. All of it because she wanted to hit the ball, and so she would go to the right and lift, and she would address it with this right shoulder up and out, because if you're right-handed, that's where the power is. When you're left-handed, it's also where the power is. So when you stand up and address it with that right shoulder up and forward like that, so the swing, when you go this way and then over the top, it's just, I mean, you're going to top it, you're going to, it has to be sheer luck for anything to happen, because the club face is never going to be square. Second thing is that women, and you women who are watching, pay attention to this, your hips have to turn on the backswing like this. Most women will have the hips because you're just differently built, praise God, than men. And women will do this as they start the backswing. And Peggy was doing this, so we got her to rotate her hips and just turn within, like you're in a big old barrel, turn within that barrel. What do we mean when we talk about swinging the barrel? Well, it's like a barrel is surrounding you. You just climbed up and stepped into this oaken barrel that's right here, and you can't go this way, you can't go this way. All you can do is turn in a barrel. The barrel's all the way around you, and so you turn, and when you turn in a barrel, you have a nice swing that looks something like this. And you can tell just visually how much better a swing like this looks than a swing like that. And Peggy's made that difficult adjustment. She's made it really easily, and it's pretty impressive. You've seen before and after pictures where the person weighed 300 pounds and then became 175 pounder. We love before and after. So let's take a look at Peggy's swing before, where she had the hip movement in there, and then with the rotation of the hip movement, and take a look and see the difference. Sweetheart, come on in here.
Nothing good.
And that's exactly
Nothing good.
That's exactly what would happen.
Yes.
Right? Because your swing was just too far moving left, right. Now you're rotating, which is really, really good. Do you remember what we talked about, the right shoulder?
It's got to be down and
Okay,
back.
stand up to the ball. Here we go. And I'll show. All right. All right, now your right shoulder was up and out. It was up here.
Yeah.
And high. There, because you felt strong. And then
I am strong.
You are very strong.
Okay, now I'm going to lower it and take it back.
There, that looks so much better. Okay, now go ahead and make a Peggy swing. Very, very nice. Very nice. So, Peggy has an advantage over most women. She's strong. She's physically strong. She scuba dives, she skis, she hikes, does all those. And she's also athletic. She's got good eye-hand coordination. So, but the things that you have shared today work for all women, and not just women, for all golfers. So let's do a quick review of what we want to do. We want the swing not to go this way. We want the swing, you know what I just did?
Yeah. What?
I started with a negative. I don't teach negatives, because you'll see husbands and wives or people say, oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Just positive. So I'll start again. So thing to do, rotate. Rotate inside the barrel. Okay, and then at impact, make sure the head is absolutely steady right here. Too many people do this and then the head goes forward with the downswing. Rotate, keep the head there and swing. Let's hit one more and then we're done with this segment. All right, you ready?
You know, I am so glad you said that, because that's the one thing that I've been able to get out of the lessons you've taught me, is let's build on what I'm doing right instead of all of the other lessons I've had in the past. And I'm like, I just need to get in a corner. I can't shoot.
Well, you know, you could go to any golfer. Arnold Palmer had some flaws in his swing. Jim Furyk has a terrible swing, does a lot of things wrong. But the principle of keeping the head here and staying with the club face square through impact is going to work.
Okay.
So go ahead and hit one.
Okay, darling. Oops.
That's all right. That's okay.
That didn't look right.
If you enjoy what we're doing on Absolutely Amazing Golf, Peggy and I have a request. Subscribe. Subscribe.
Yes, come back, because it's going to take more than one lesson for me, I can tell.
Lesson 2 is coming up soon. You stay with us and may your life and your golf and your love life be absolutely amazing.
That's great.